Alright, on the right side, we have Chrumble, or top, in the orange, playing the Abbasid. The bottom, in the purple, we have Shaz King, playing the Roos. Just to be clear, I coach Chrumble, helped him prepare for this tournament. So a lot of this is me seeing how does he handle this. But yeah, low elo legends tournament. Excited to see what we're playing here. So as we're getting to the beginning part here, the thing I'm really looking from Chrumble loves to play 2TC. And so the interesting thing is Shaz King going to match him on 2TC as Roos? If he does, how well does the eco play out? Oh, look at that, though. Picking a few of the deer, very nice. Since he's a berry sieve, he can be more aggressive with his scout. He doesn't need to get the sheep back. Can he get his second TC up well, quickly, and without that issue from Shaz King? Two, if Shaz King matches him on a second TC, how's that going to play out? Because feudal, for sure, Roos is better, but if Chrumble can get to castle with Abbasid, it's going to look a lot better for him. Let's got the resources. So his starting golds right next to each other, which is if he puts his TC here, protects both his golds. But if Shaz King's able to cut off those golds, he has basically no gold into the opposite side of the map. All of his food is on one side. But, oh, this is actually be a really good TC spot right here. Look, deer, gold, and woodline, and stone behind that. Everything you'd want there. I would not sit here and fight these wolves. Okay, good. See the villager splits. 7 on food, 10 food, 1 wood. Let's just see. I assume Shotgun's going to go up with the Kremlin. I'm guessing up here on the berries and the gold here. It's killing wolves. Cool. He really needs to make sure he uncovers all of the map early on here. What does he see? See, I really need him to at least uncover this so he can see all straight. He has to know. He knows there's 2 deer packs. We talked about this map. So he has to assume they're over here somewhere. Going up with the economic wing. Interesting. We talked a lot about going up the military wing for defensive purposes. I wonder if he thinks since he's not going to be offensive with his units, that he's going to use the economic wing to get up his TC even faster. My worry is without the units defending, is Shaz King going to be able to shut down this TC? That's going to be my main worry here. Not a huge fan of him diving to this side. I really wish he'd check this. His TC spot is amazing right here, and he didn't see it. So that means he might drop it like here on these berries in this gold, which is not as good of a spot. But I think he really wants to see his opponent before he makes any big decisions. Interesting Kremlin spot. That is way too far back. Shaz King should put it right here. It should have protected his deer, these berries, and this gold. This, it's definitely too close. Definitely too close to his TC. So he feels good. I just really wish he had checked this over here. He needs to check this corner. He sees the Kremlin coming up. And this should be a tip to him. Usually Roos players, if they're going to go 2TC, will put the Kremlin on the stone, because they don't want their stone to get raided while they're getting their TC up. Where's he going with this? He's going to check the stone. Good. Gets up first. Gets Fertile Crescent. He needs to get villager foodstuffs. There, he's got it. Alright, good. Very nice. Perfect amount of gold, too. Look at that. Base, he overgathered by 7. He knew exactly how much he needed. Please tell me you're going to go check this corner. Beautiful. He's going to see the TC spot. Nice. Shaz King, a little late on the age up. He aged up with 3. I think because he's not worried about how fast he ages up. He's getting wheelbarrow. I'm guessing this looks like a feudal push from Shaz. TC's coming up. Good pace on the second TC. Two stables immediately into... And this is why I'm worried. This is why I really wanted the military wing, because those 2 spears and 2 archers can do a lot. Because he can start making knights instantly. And I don't think he's going to get this TC up in time before the knights show up. He doesn't... You're right, he needs less. He needs less. The TC only costs... He's going to get it up. Oh my god. And he's picking perfect. Where's the knight? He has the not enough resources. What? Are these resources not... There's something's weird on the UI. How's that not his resources? Okay. Something was being weird on that. But I love this TC right here. This is beautiful. I only wish he had put it right here to cover the gold. Because he had covered the gold. What happened? Man, he gets such a solid TC timing. This was very well done by him. I just wish he put it right on this gold. Right where this deer was, to protect the gold and get the deer. And protects the wood too. Like, it really needed to be right there. Would be my one gripe. Alright, we're back in it. Alright, sorry for the technical delays. We're back in it here. Chrumble just getting up that TC. No way. Ah! I was wondering. Knights, man, you are a lifesaver. An actual lifesaver. Okay, now he's pumping out of both TCs. And now Shoskin's really on a timer. Because Trumble's eco is going to start to really improve. Does he see? Does he see? He saw one stable. He hasn't seen anything else. So, to him, he should know that there's no other... there should be, hypothetically, nothing else coming. So Shaz has made 3 knights. He's making 3 more knights, and now he's going archers. He's not raiding at all, which is like, when you're playing against Abbasid or any boom civ, you need to raid. He's going to lose this scout. But he did see the 2 stables, and hopefully he saw... Oh, wow, it's going to get out of there alive. Hell yeah. But he can rush castle here, but he might want to get... A wall would have been nice. Just like here. Or getting a tower up on the gold. He's going to go pure spear, but I wouldn't try to make too many units. He should be trying to get to castle right now. And he's actually going to pull off of gold. Is he in wheelbarrow? He got survival techniques. I mean, maybe he's thinking, you know, if I just keep making units, I can outproduce him. Is he getting an arrow under me? Okay. I don't know. He needs to get a camo archer out for the knights right now. A camo archer would be huge here. He did put his spears in the right spot, which is nice. Where's his scout? His scout needs to be out in this fog right here instead of sitting by the gold. Here comes the hit. I like that wall there. I'm afraid he's gonna get one villager down. He doesn't stick around. I'm begging for a camel archer. And this is actually a wall from here to here would have been really big, or a wall to that gold. Because now he's just gonna get free run. Move your vills back. Move your vills back. Oh. If I'm him, I get textiles right now. Textiles saves lives. He's still making spears. He got 1 scout. No knights, though. Still making vills. 8 vills ahead. Shots King currently has 14 idle villagers. And you can't chase because he's rallying knights to the... He's going to do this, like, circle thing again and again and again. Oh, he's right there. Please. No. It depends whose production you're talking about. If you think it's too much production... For Shaw's, no. Shaw's is going all in. He's going all in on this. Oh my god. Literally standing across from each other. These spears would I don't know if they beat those knights, but they do pretty well. He needs to rally all his units back together. He's getting pulled away too much. Now he's getting a camel archer, but now he really needs horsemen. Like, this build can work if you go super into horsemen. I'm afraid he's trying to go too many spears and the archer's gonna kill him. And see, this is why you want to drop a tower in these situations so you can see into the stealth force, because he's just rotating around him. I mean, he really should have tried to rush castle at this point, but he's kind of committed now to making units, and he needs to because he's just getting torn apart. That's a lot. He's just lost. He's lost 12 vills. And yeah, he's got the wall up, but it cost him so much to get that wall up. Nice. If he can stabilize, the game's far from over. He just needs to stabilize and get walls up. But that really hurt. And he should have got that wall up earlier. And Shots King played that really well by splitting him up. He got him to bring all his units back over here, and then brought his knights back in up top. Now he's kind of panic walling. And his Vill lead's basically gone. Shots King on the berries, though, which is not what you want to do. If Shots King was on the boar or the deer, he'd be in a lot better spot. Right now, he just kind of made things even again. Oh, no, the UPS driver's here, and my dog is not happy about it. Oh, my goodness. Shots King really needs to go horseman here. Like, he's fine. He's going to get the lead again. It appears Shots King has been missing some vills. I don't know. He's just behind. Now he's wanted the deer, which is going to be really helpful to him. He's finally got... He got the walls up and everything, which is good. That's going to protect him a lot. And now he can stabilize. He's not out of the game in any sort of way. Shots King's not doing a good job macroing. He's floating a lot of resources. Man could be in castle right now if he really wanted to. Those raids were really good, though. He did a lot of damage. 19 Vill kills. He needs to... From now on, he needs to make sure he's towering with... this cleanup. Chrumble needs to push off this. If he just rushes him with these spearmen after this... Oh, that could be really good. He either needs to, like, push right now, or he needs to go castle instantly. He has 22 on wood, which is just way too many on wood. This is... He has an opening here. He needs to get the spearman upgrade, the phalanx, get air defense, just push. What does he see? There's no vision, and he can ignore that knight. The knight has 1 health. If he attacks any villagers, he could literally have the villagers kill the knight. He's been pumping vills the entire time. I think Shotskin's trying to go to castle, but he flipped his resources. He needs to push this. Seriously, just get him off food. You have so many units. You killed so many of his. Oh, man, he needs to go. And this is something we talked about a lot with him. He gets very passive. But he's made so many units. And look how his production. Like, he just needs to go. He's going to go castle. I mean, not the worst option. Don't get me wrong. Like, going castle will work for him. But he had a moment here. He had so many units. If he just walked in, I think he wins this game. Like, it's over. But Shots King did a lot of eco damage. Is now going castle. And here's the thing about Highview. Highview, you can run through your food pretty quickly. So he's already on his second deer pack. And once his deer pack's gone, he has the boar and 2 berry packs. So he kind of needs to start doing farms now. High trade house. That's a good high trade house. That's a juicy high trade house. But Crumble's so many units. He just needs to go for it. He just needs to go for it. He also hasn't gotten any of his blacksmith upgrades yet, which would be nice. And in fact, if I was him, he's a military wing good. At this point, he goes military wing, gets his upgrades. I think he's going to go another TC, which I'm not. I don't hate. I don't hate another TC. But if he just goes pure Gulams and crossbows, he'll do really well. He hasn't missed Vills at all, which is great. And that's the thing, like, Shaskin did a lot of damage, but he didn't follow up well, and he didn't get to castle fast enough. He needed to, like, get to castle very, very quickly off that. He's going to hit castle first, but Trumbull has so many units. And now his food's going off the chain, and he really needs to just keep making units. It's a lot of spears. Because here's the thing, he took a lot of damage, and I'm afraid he's going to be like, oh, well, I took a lot of damage, I'm probably behind. We have to remember, we shouldn't ever assume our opponent's strength. We should check, and he doesn't have a, I wish he dropped 1 stable, made a scout and gone scouting. He needs to scout to see what, and there's another goal of his we've had a lot of. You need to scout to know what you're playing against. A scout here would be huge. But if he goes Gulams, the archers do nothing against Gulams, and the Gulams will do okay against knights, especially with the camel innies. He also could just go pure camel lancer, but he didn't make stables. Let's see what he does here. He should immediately get veteran spearman. He needs way more gold. He needs to put a tower in this gold and start getting gold there. Still in a good spot. Rough early, but Shotskin's going to have to start doing a lot of more farm transition, and Abbasid gets a lot more from berries. So these berries are still good food, and he sells the berries over here. And he's already kind of getting wood for a farm transition. He needs to get the agriculture upgrade, too. Good. Look at these Gulams. Oh, that's a lot of Gulams. Go. No, make sure you're rallying the Gulams with the other units. Gulams and crossbows. Yep. Getting the mosque up. Beautiful. He's got his eco upgrades. Shazking not getting any like second TC or anything is going to really hurt him here unless he gets like all the relics. But Trumbull's position's really good right now. Push. Get a scout. Please get a scout. Even just make it out of the TC. Like, please. He has no vision, and Shazkin was literally right in front of him. Ugh. Check the resources. That's something he's been working on, aggression and how to be aggressive. Like if you're not gonna push, what's the point here? He should be sending Gulams everywhere. I would have checked the boar, golds, 196 gold. Ooh, that's a good high trade house. But I mean, also on 3rd TC, which is great. I mean, honestly, if he just makes units, he'll be fine. Gets the farm transition happening back here. Like, it's more beholden on Shaz to keep doing damage. He, like, did good damage and then didn't follow up on it. And now if Trumbull just plays kind of the long game, he'll be fine. But I really wish he was a bit more aggressive here. He has the units. He has the eco, too. He just needs to balance his eco. Now he's getting way more gold. It's good. He needs to get the eco upgrade for gold. Did he upgrade the towers? No. He's getting the relics, which is great. Check, yes, okay, he's sending his spears over here. Check the boar, I think. That's really nice. Just burn the tower. Just burn the tower. That's a lot of archers. You might want to back up. Hell yeah. Kill the Vills. He has so many more Vills than him. Oh, he didn't upgrade the spears. That sucks. But just Gulam crossbow. Gulam crossbow, and he's gonna... Or get composite bows and go pure archers. Some good damage on the knights. And he's just streaming in more units. Look at this. He did lose all his spears, which sucks, but he's transferring to Ghulams anyway. It's fine. Oh, is my wife home? Oh no, someone just walking in the door. Ooh, this is a lot of knights. He needs to mix in spears again. Good, he is. He's switching back to spears, getting the farm transition up. He got the upgrade. He could do spear. He could do spear archer himself, actually. He's just taking really bad fights here. He needs to back up, regroup. Mids, back up, regroup. Get your mass back up. Once again, he's making so many villagers. The eco difference is pretty stark. He just has to not take multiple bad fights in a row. And just he's gonna sneak and grab this relic. Shots can not be on the board is huge though. That's so much food he's not getting right now. Look at this. This is good production. He's not using all of his military though, all his production buildings, which tells me he doesn't have them. He's going way on infantry right now. Oh, this is fine. He needs to just have the Ghulams run onto the archers. I really want that composite bow upgrade. He also should be getting stone right now so he can get a keep because he needs to start securing space. Like a keep here would be really big. But he's fine. At this point, this is when things start to turn. Shazkin's gonna go Im? Oh, go in there, go in there. Go in there! Oh my god, they're right there. It's painful. He's cleaning this up though. If Shazkin goes Imperial, that might kill him. He needs to push. He needs to push right now. Push. We talked about this. When you have a huge win like this, when you've obviously swiped an army, you push. There we go. Is he getting the relic? Nice. About to hit 100 vills. That's beautiful. He just needs to keep adding to farms and get the next level fertilization too. And his Abbasid farms are so good. He's dropping a keep here. Push. He can stop this keep. That's only 6 on the keep. Oh no, he's making a Magadel. If he just pushed, he'd stop this keep. Ugh. Our neighbor parked their big camper in front of our house, and my dog does not like it. Go! It's right there! No, target the Ville's building. Target the Ville's building it. He sees it. If Shotski could put one more Ville on that, it doesn't go up. That hurts. That's why you don't build a keep with 6 Villes. Oh, he's gonna rush the Villes on there. That's so many Villes dead. Oh my god, he still might not get it up. He barely got it up, but he lost almost all his Villes. And then if you're Shaz, you attack the other side. Or just build like 2 Rams. Sorry, not Shaz. If you're that was too much damage. Crumble's got this. He just has to keep building. Just keep making units and go. Just keep making units and go. He wins this. Oh, right into the food eco. Yes. That's exactly what we said. When you're in the base, just go dive. Chrumble wins it. Very nice. Very nice. Hell yeah. GG. Woo! Let's get Trumble. Let's see if we can get Trumble in here.
Oh my god.
good game.
In some ways, I reverted back to my old habits, but in other ways, your influence was strongly felt there.
What's your reflections on the game there? What didn't?
I was a little tilted because I thought this was gonna be the water map. So all of a sudden I was out of my element. Then I just thought, okay, just do what I know, 2TC. And then I saw the early stable. I saw no stone. It's okay. I thought it's coming. I'll be fine. But then it hit a lot harder than I thought it would. And I felt that twinge in like the base of my spine that was like just surrender, but I didn't do it.
I'm gonna
And I
say,
stayed
dude,
in it.
old you
Oh my
surrender.
god.
Old you dropped the second you lost almost 20 vills. Old you surrenders
Oh
right then.
yeah, no, I felt it. I felt it so bad. I resisted. Oh my god.
And
And then yeah, my heart was racing by the end there. When the castle was up, I thought, okay, the castle's up, but I don't care. He can't kill my ghouls, so I'm just gonna
exactly
farm
when
the
you
storms.
dove, I was literally like, that's
Oh,
exactly what we talk about. Just run past it, go into eco. You killed all those units. Um, that was mass. Because here's the thing: he did a great attack, and then he didn't follow up at all. He
yeah.
he attacked, and then instead of rushing castle or going to TC himself or continue to attack, he just sat in his base and made more units.
Yeah, I thought I I just sort of assumed I didn't think I knew he wasn't I knew at best he was even with me because I never stopped producing bills.
You didn't. It was great. And
But I thought I saw okay, I've got like 20 spears and he's probably gonna just go MAA. So that's I thought okay, bet I'll meet him in castle, but I think I could have killed him earlier.
actually, yes.
Um,
The
yeah,
so first, a couple pieces of advice.
yeah,
It's a very common thing in night civs to do that first attack and rotate around and pull your units, and then rally to the same spot again and go in again. And then he pulled your units back across your base again, and then attacked from the place he came from. So like that was the problem. You have to once you notice you split things, you need to keep your own army split and cover your open spots. Walling a
yeah.
little bit earlier would have
I
been good.
didn't. It wasn't so clean the early defense. I
Mm.
definitely should lost more bills than I should have, but
Or
I'm glad I
early towers for vision would help too.
stabilized. Yeah, and it's so awkward when the TC is like in a stealth forest. That's so
Here's
uncomfortable.
what you do: whenever you drop a keep, even in a non-stealth forest, drop a keep. Don't drop a keep. Drop a TC and then drop a tower immediately next to your
Yeah,
TC. Especially
yeah.
in stealth forests like this. Two, what you did great. You never stopped making units. That was so big. You never stopped making military. You never stopped making villagers. That was huge for you. Second, um, I loved your TC spot. The only difference, I would have put it a little bit farther forward, so it was on the gold over there.
Yeah, I think that's a more advantageous spot. I was taking too long to decide where to put it, and I thought I'll be conservative and put it by the defensible bubble
He could have
trees.
got a knight there. He dropped double stable, and he didn't come at you until he had 6 knights, which is
Yeah,
really
I
weird.
noticed that with my scout that there was like two or three waiting, and I thought, okay, oh, that's good.
Hmm. Now,
Um, yeah,
you scouted well early. After his attack, you stopped scouting.
yeah. After the attack, I completely stopped
All
scouting.
you had to do was
I
drop a
even had
stable.
so many with TCs, I could have just built scouts out of the
Yeah.
TCs.
Which I love that third
Yeah,
TC grab. But you're right. I think the biggest thing was, remember, you wiped his knights. You finally you got the walls up, you stabilized, you chased down his knights, and the second you chased down his knights, you'd been like, oh shit, I have like a lot of units, and just go for it.
yeah.
Um
That's what that's the old me. That's I need to get that killer instinct.
because think about it. If he's made all these
Yeah,
knights, what does he need?
a million food.
A million food. So you should have
Yeah,
just gone, I'm going to check this berry pack, this deer pack, this berry pack. And that's exactly where he was. He had all his food vills on the same spot. He never got the boar, which was crazy. Um,
yeah. That was I anticipated he was on board or something. I expected just the knights to never stop coming, but they did. So all of a sudden, I thought, okay, if he's gonna stop, um, then I made the call to just beat him in castle. I thought he'd go for a bunch of relics, so I had all my units sitting in relics, and then they didn't come, so I just kept booming, and then
also, something weird
yeah,
happened on this map. I thought in the moment, and now I'm looking at it, he only got one deer pack on his side.
strange. Yeah, I had two deer packs
You had
by
two
my
deer
TC.
packs, and he had one. Because usually how it works is each side gets one on high view or two on high view, and there's one kind of in the middle. But you got really lucky on the food spawn.
Oh,
Um,
that's pretty goofy.
that sucks for him. But you that first initial attack, and you took so long to attack. But I loved you hit castle. You immediately started massing gulams, crossbows. You got your upgrades. You transferred to gold really quickly. everything could have been a little bit faster, but the steps you were taking were all the correct ones. You even tried to make some Camel Lancers to raid, which could have gone better, but like I
think
understand.
those are the free ones from the
Yeah, so just
from the
just
age up.
sending those around is great. If what you should have done though, when you first built this archer range, is try to get a Camel Archer instantly.
Yeah, I think the camel. I really like camel archers. I know they're super expensive, but I really like the debuff.
Yeah, just
I
one
feel
or
like they
two
give,
for the
yeah, if
debuff.
you keep them in the back and they stay alive, I feel like there's so much value.
And then lastly, if you're gonna kind of do this, like I'm just gonna make units and beat him, because if he goes 1 TC and you stay 2, you can eventually overwhelm him with Abacid.
Yeah,
You need Mass Horseman. It should have been Mass Horseman Spear, because if he goes Archers Knights, your Horseman go on his Archers, and his Knights have to stay and fight, which allows your Spearmen to catch up, and then you kill his Knights.
horseman spear.
Yes, Mass Horse and Spear.
Okay.
With one or two Camel Archers to debuff his Knights, and you will walk over him.
Yeah, that would have been really clean too, because I could have raided her a lot.
Yeah, and then when he's not pushing, you could have 3 to raid.
I felt really secure with Gulam crossbow, especially with the infantry health buff.
Oh
thingy.
yeah, that's a great comp. I'm not saying don't do that comp. Your other option is, if you're low on gold, get the composite bows and just make a shit ton of archers. They'll melt even heavy units with how fast they shoot.
That's true. I think if I had scouted, I think I was working. I knew I was working with no. I just assumed. There would be a heavy unit and then some sort of archery unit. So I thought, okay, Gulam crossbow, and I'll have so many more. It doesn't really matter if it's not perfect, but yeah, horseman spearman would have been awesome actually.
Or since he never made a barracks, if he did mass lancer, you would have walked over him too. Mass lancer or mass camel lancer, either of those.
Oh yeah.
Works too. But and that's minor. You still won the game. You did the safe comp, which is Gulam and crossbow. But knowing that he's probably spread on the map, if you just went stables and went mass Camel Lancer at first and forced him onto spears, then your Gulam Archer would tear through that. So all those are options.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I should have switched to composite bows and archers.
You were low on gold, so like in the end, just making crossbows was fine. You should have transferred to gold a little bit earlier, but like, hey man, you stuck with it. It was brutal, but I think you realizing I'm on 2 TCs on 1 TC, I'll be fine, was the right call. And just get walls up. It was brutal, but you got together and then you just pushed through and won. When's your next game?
As soon as round 2 starts, I think. We gotta wait for everyone to finish round 1.
Hopefully there's no hour-long games.
Yeah.
But
See who's still out there.
but just really
There's
nice.
there's one left. All right, cool.
So I guess in these early ones you can just run the same. You could run the same civ if you want again and again until you get to a best of series. So.
I guess so. I guess the only best of is the final.
Yeah, your Abacid was clean though.
Yeah, that's definitely it's my most played civ by a pretty wide margin. And it usually goes like that too, just getting smashed feudal and then winning in castle, or if it doesn't go to castle, just some enormous feudal thing.
Mm.
Which is, I think, why I was so used to it. Just like, okay, I got hit, and now I just make gulams or whatever. And then
If he had just kept sending units, he might have been able to take you out. But
I think maybe, yeah.
for one thing, he never actually tried to kill your TC. Like, instead of raiding everywhere, if he had just tried to burn the TC down, that probably would have been better for him.
I probably wouldn't have been able to answer in time. If he had like archers and a ram or something, I would have.
Oh, okay.
So what's round 2? What map is that?
That's gonna be Torrents.
Torrents. Okay, cool.
I don't know, man. You could play Abacid on it, but I don't think.
I'm not so sure. I sort of like the idea of French, because then I'll have that, because I go that early night usually.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to TC, which I might, because it's kind of big. But that early night could show me if he's gonna do the water thing or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me pull up that map real fast.
Damn, my heart is still.
I'm about to say, do you feel juiced? Because here's the
So
thing.
in that. Holy shit.
For some reason,
These are intense.
tournaments just feel different. It's like I'm like you're really trying. Like this is
Yeah.
It's a different level of pressure.
Yeah, it's good. I can get at least one win. That makes me happy.
I just feel like the second you get those walls up, I'm like, oh, he's fine. As long as he just keeps making units, he'll win. That's all it is.
Yeah, as soon as the walls are up and that pack of knights got spent, then I was like, okay, my path to winning is clear. Just don't let the walls down, and I'll be fine.
Yeah,
But then he never really attacked again, and then at that point, I was really confident. And I was so confident, I went for like even I started collecting relics and getting a third TC. Like, if I'm doing that, then I think I've already won usually.
the third TC
I'm
was a
just
nice touch, especially because there might have been a chance he went a second TC to try to gain advantage.
yeah, exactly. I was thinking, okay,
It's
if
it's
he
so
either went
cheap.
castle or he went 2 TC, and I'm just gonna close off either option to victory.
Mm. If it had been more even, the thing you really needed to do after that was get a castle up on a middle gold to start securing position. Um,
Right.
which like the
That, because
way
that's like really late game stuff, huh? I just don't have experience with
it,
like
it's I wouldn't even say it's late game. I'd say it's like mid castle. If you call that late game,
really.
sure. But like the
Yeah.
idea is, oh, like neither of us are really pushing. There's a chance we
Hmm.
get past our initial 2 golds. I need to make sure I have center gold. And so what you do is you have like 10 vills on stone, and when you get enough for a keep, have your vills harvesting gold, rush out and make a keep on a middle gold and start gathering that gold.
Okay.
And do the same thing where you drop a keep and a tower, so that you have vision, and if you have a lot of vills, they can hide in the tower and the keep. And then
That's a good point.
if you're
I
kind of
yeah.
if you're kind of fighting middle, your goal is, can I get like another keep on the other golds? How many golds can you kind of cut off? Because the idea is, if it gets to late castle, goes to imp, late imp. If they can't get gold, then they will lose. If you watch how low players play, BC's famous for this. If he feels like the game is going imp into late imp, he
He
will
just starts getting all the gold.
he'll gather, like, he is floating a shit ton of gold, but his point is, if I can get all the center gold before you can, you will just not be able to match my units. Even if I'm trading worse, eventually you will run out of gold and I win. Which is true. Like,
Yeah.
he'll purposely
Yeah.
save his back golds if he can, and take the center ones, so that
Oh, that's
even if he
really
loses
clever.
them, he's taken some of the gold already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that's really cool, actually. That's like big map control brain sort of stuff.
That's the big macro thought process. So, at the top of the map, we got Trumble, blue, French, at the bottom. We get Out of Tune, green, in the Byzantine. Okay, this is game 2 for Trumble. He won his first one. Gets Shaw's King on Roost. This is a custom map called Torrents. Pretty simple map setup. The usual, got berries. There's 2 deer packs. Only two, uh, only 2 sacred sites. The interesting thing about this map is that, at least the way it generated this time, there's 2 huge gold mines in the middle, but 3 smaller gold mines near the base. But all the food's forward, except for the food on the shoreline. On each shoreline, there's a bunch of shorefish, and this is basically shoreline, so you could build a dock anywhere here, or you could have your villagers walk out and collect the shoreline fish, which is really, really good food. When Trumbull and I were discussing the tactics on this map, we felt something to be good would be for him to kind of get a few knights out in feudal, pressure his opponent, and then send his vills out to the shoreline fish to get a lot of really fast food. Especially because there's no boar on this map. So shoreline fish is kind of the best way to get a lot of food. Didn't mean to hit my mic like that. So, I know it's going to be an interesting map for Trumbull because he doesn't play against Byzantine a lot. So I'm interested to see what he deals with this. His general style is 2TC. So but he has been working on 1TC push. So I could see him do 1 knight into push, and if he feels like there's an opening, he'll go all in on it. Or he might just say, I'm going to play it safe, do my 2TC boom, play it from there. When we talked about the Byzantine matchup, we did talk about how Byzantine's not a civ you want to fight in castle. Ooh, my daughter just finished eating. She did a great job eating. Byzantine's not a civ you want to fight in castle or imp. And so I think this is Byzantine's type of civ you do want to go 1TC kind of all in on. But that's just not really Trumble's style. So I wouldn't be surprised if he still leans into the 2TC move here. Let's catch up a little bit. Openings are normal. I'm interested as the Byzantine player. He shouldn't do the Hippodrome opening, because the Hippodrome opening is more for non-cav civs. Trumbull going School of Cavalry. But if he does the Grand Winery, these berries are very exposed. Does Trumbull see this? Okay, he's coming around right now, and if he sees... Oh, don't die to the TC. No. Okay, good. Grand Winery. If he sees the Grand Winery on these berries up here, if I'm him, you go all in on that. Like, you have to stop the berries for Byzantine. And since it's so forward, in this map itself, I mean, like, look at the map. Pretty open. Ooh. He actually had a really good spawn here. But, if the berries are back, it might be a little bit hard. But the berries just sitting right here in the front. Very easy for him to raid. So we'll see if he does that. And one thing he's going to be careful for is if his opponent tries to go on these shoreline fish. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. This map list was kind of updated late. And so I think a lot of the players haven't really seen this map yet. So, but I hope Trumbull really takes advantage of the shoreline fish. It'll be really good for him if he does. Boom, sees it. That's exactly what you see. We've been working a lot on scouting. He needs full information around. He sees what he should see. The next closest berries is down here. Sheep or deer up here. And he has a gold back stone. If I'm him, I say, oh, this is a great push. Next berries right here. Like, all his food is forward or really far away. If I'm Trumbull, I do 1 TC all in. He's keeping a scout there. He's going to go 2 TC. I don't agree with this. He has so many options here to cut him off from resources. Sorry, I didn't answer a message real fast. He's so many ways to take advantage of this. He's gonna get a night out, but I really think he should just go. Like, look how exposed this is. I think because it's a tournament, he might be playing what he knows. And he's not rushing Castle either. So he has no units. Does he even have a... Oops, not mean to do that. He doesn't even have a barracks yet. Okay, here comes Trumbull. We're going to watch it from his viewpoint here. Being the first night hit. Pop! Kills one. Just go on the woodline. Hell yeah. If I'm him, I'm going to sit here. Ooh, don't chase it. Come back in. He should just attack this lumber. Just attack this and stay. See, that's why he shouldn't have chased the villain. He took so much damage on that. It was a little greedy. Oh no, where's he going? No, don't leave. He's worried that he's on the fishing. No, just stay on the berries. Oh, it's painful. He's getting this to his second TC up, though. And he did delay him a lot with that push. He needs to take, like, half these vills off of wood and put them on gold. Gold's going to be open to pop. And this is Trumbull's game. He just needs to... He needs to keep raiding and start building up a force and just keep him off the berries. And I think that just comes from a lack of understanding about what he needs to do against Byzantines, which is... Against Byzantines, you don't let him get berries, and you win. Pop. Oh, he chased it too far. Get out. He's killed 3 vills. He's a 7 vill lead. Wow. That's huge. Ah, get off these berries. Well, really, he needs to get wheelbarrow. And I really want him to check. I really want him to get some vills out on water himself. Shoreline fish are so good. He doesn't need more wood. Okay, he switched over to gold. Good. Guy's on water. If he just sat on the berries, he'd be in such a good spot right now. This is just a misunderstanding of the needs of aggression against Byzantines. But he's still in a really good spot. 8 vills ahead. 2 TC. He should not rush castle. He needs to just make units and go. The food's going to start coming in any second now. Wheelbarrow into rotate needs to be huge here. And it'd be really big if he went on to the shoreline fish. His opponent hasn't even gotten... man, he could have crushed him early here. He really could have. But so far, so good. Like, he's done damage. 3 Vil kills is nothing to sniff at. Good wheelbarrow. Spiral techniques.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just can't believe it. You are just amazing.
Following.
Can't thank you enough.
I can't thank you enough. You're pretty cool and you have great taste. Get off the berries. Go to the shoreline fish, please. Okay, now he's making units. He's got 2 archers coming down. Opponent doesn't even have mercenaries out yet, which is a big deal for him. Check vision here. He's walled up the sides. See, he got all this walling for free too, which really sucks. Chrumble needs to send one unit down to these berries down here. But he's about to run out of berries. He has some sheep, but like, that's it for... He gets 1 batch of mercenaries now, basically. Just run, just run, just run, just run, just run. He's shield walling, yeah. Keep making vills, keep making vills. Good. Those who just joined us, welcome. Chrumble is someone I've been coaching for the Low Elo Legends tournament. He won his first game. We're on the 2nd game. And so far, he is almost double. Yes, sending the knight in on the... That's... Oh, it makes me want to cry. We talked about this. He's chasing you out here. Go get some Vil kills. This is beautiful. The longbows are coming up, but he gets 1 batch of longbows, and that's it. With the amount of all Vil that he has. Kill the house. Love it. He's going to pop cap him. Like, at this point, he really just needs to keep massing. He needs to get a blacksmith down. Mr. Paperman. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Wife was nice enough to go get groceries for us. Trumble's doing great in the tournament right now. He needs to pop these spearmen and then go in on the longbows of his knights. Back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up. Just back up, just back up. His eco's way better. He just has to get more production. This isn't enough production. He's on the shoreline fish. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He needs to stop taking this fight and run. Just run. Just get out. Like, he needs to recognize his eco goes so much better. If he just takes a second and backs up, he'll be fine. He got a little too greedy on that. But he needs more. There we go. 2 archery ranges. I swear, if he gets on the berries and Chrumble doesn't catch it, I'm gonna be big mad. Oh, he can afford 1 more batch of longbows. Ooh, don't run into the base like this. This is just playing a little bit lazy. He needs to be a little more careful. Yeah, he really needed to pull from it. He's sticking around too long, which is like technically like he can take these bad engagements because he has the eco for it. But his opponent's really trying to go castle. The thing is that if his opponent goes castle, it kind of kills him. He won't be able to afford units. He's going to run out of sheep soon. He has to start transferring to farms, which he doesn't have the... He has some wood. But if Chrumble just did a little bit better job of just massing, he could just walk in the second he ages up. No, I'm also on the Discord call because Chrumble and I check in after the matches, so I forgot to exit the Discord call. Okay, this is the right move. He has a lot of units coming. If Out-of-Tune tries to age up, it's going to be bad for him. It's going to be really bad if he tries to age up. Why does villagers go to the other? That's so dumb. I'd be so frustrated. I like sending these knights around. He's going to go on the gold. He doesn't need to do that, though. Like, if he just masses, drops rams, and pushes in, he wins this. The extra rating is just kind of unnecessary. Does he have siege engineering? He needs to get siege engineering. He needs more on gold. He did. He has, look, he has plenty of food. He has no gold. Thing is, if he just keeps the pressure on, he could win this. The key is that he's aging up. So yeah, he should see he's gonna see the age up right here. Push in on it. Push in on it. Kill the vills. Yes, just dive the vills. Dive the vills. Beautiful. Keep reducing. Keep reducing. He needs more gold so bad. He has way too much wood too, and look how much food he has. He went out on the hunt, which was great, but he really needs to just. He needs another stable. There he goes. Canceled the yes. Caught him just when he tried to do it. That's beautiful. Yeah, now you can just sit here. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Time. You know the plan. I'm gonna go Imperial and just kind of chill. Let my opponent really take his time, but get back in the game. He's still like he's idling a lot of vills. This should be over, right? His opponent has only 2 production buildings. He just needs to drop rams. Just drop rams. He's Sage Engineering. I like he's getting more production. This is good. He saw that, like, this is the time for him to macro cycle and go, oh yeah, I have a lot of wood. I should just drop more production and just keep making units. Because I think it actually kind of would have, like, he could have gone castle. It's a waste. Why go castle? Your opponent's going to die. Just keep pushing. Rams. Thank you. Please. Now he needs to actually start making units out of these production buildings and he'll be good. Look at that. God, it's so annoying. He's on 31 vills to 79. Yeah, people are like, I gotta go castle. I gotta go castle. Like, I was coaching someone this morning and they went castle and they lost because of it. I'm like, what do you get from going castle? Well, I get better units. It's like, if you can't afford the units, if you don't have time to make the units, then what's the point of going castle? You're basically just an expensive feudal now. Basically just an expensive feudal. So it's better to, there we go, drop the ram. This is it. This is game. 82 to 27. I think he made it a little bit harder for himself. I think he could have, I think in our call after the game, we're going to talk about when you notice something, how do you adjust to it? But man, his opponent played slow. Just keep making units. Keep making villagers. It's going to be another big one from Chrumble. It's crazy that out of 2 never tried going for, like, he gets, for those who don't know, Byzantines get olive oil from fish. So if he had gone to the shoreline fish, he would have got a lot of olive oil from the fish, but he never went there. Keep in mind, Chrumble was looking for that. He kept checking the fish. We talked about that. But he also never went to get the berry. So I'm going to tell Chrumble is you needed to keep something on the outside in case you try to sneak villagers out, but this is game over. Very nice from my man, Chrumble. My man! The man, the myth, the legend. Look at him spend these resources. Look at him spend down these resources. Another ram. Do it. End the game. Send these units in. Pull the vills. Send everyone. Tell him it was me. You really just need to drop 2 more rams, but GG Chrumble. 2-0. 2-0 for Chrumble, and this wasn't even close. What a man's. What a man's. Look at this.
Ooh, hello.
You did it! What a game!
That one felt really clean.
That was clean as hell. You that guy literally stood no like you um I had a few people watching my Twitch stream and they're like he was just much better than him.
Dude, that was like the dream first night. Like that was the hero unit. Seriously.
What did you notice when you scouted him?
He had a lot on gold, so I just sort of I don't play Byzantines very much, so I figured he was doing some sort of get to castle soonish sort of thing. And then I saw the winery, and I knew, okay, I don't have to worry about like Keshiks or whatever that thing can do. The other one.
Oh, that's just
So
horsemen, but they have like a little special ability that heals them.
Oh, okay. He wasn't gonna go like horseman or whatever, so I figured I killed 3 vills. I'm just gonna go for it. Just pump horsemen and archers until it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. About Byzantines, as a reminder, big thing about Byzantines is denying berries.
Hmm.
You can't let them on berries because the Byzantine power spike comes from if they can start getting mercenaries, like he started making longbows. That's when things can get tough because all of a sudden 5 longbows pop out, and uh, and all of a sudden you're like the military numbers just flip. So, um, I was talking when I was watching. I was like, oh, he should just 1 TC all in right now, and I the 2 TC worked out because your opponent was kind of flabbergasted. And he tried to rush castle without making any units, basically. You caught him going up, too, which was nice. There's a couple things I want to talk about before you get into your third game. But, man, that was hell yeah. That was nice.
That was the dream French game of like how I'd play. Get a little eco advantage, make him build defensive units, get a second TC, and then just flood it. Flood it.
I'm so happy you didn't go castle, because that would have given him space and time.
Yeah, normally that's exactly what I do. I just hit him and then go castle. But this time I thought, okay, I hit him really hard. I'm gonna just keep going.
I also think a lot of people aren't don't know this map, so they're not going for the fish. He didn't try the fish at all. Which for Byzantines, he would have got olive oil from the fish. He could have got a lot of units from that if he had done that.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's spooky.
So something I want to point out here.
Mm-hmm.
I think something you need to start thinking about is my opponent's resources can kind of determine if maybe I should just do 1 TC, because against a better Byzantine opponent, they could have either been more efficient at getting castle or just got more units out and made it hard for the TC to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
So good initial scouting. The thing you want to check on this map or any map that has these fish here is where you see pockets of them close to each other. What sucks is that they don't pop up on the mini map.
True.
So you have to kind of like just remember. I want to get to the moment where you first saw his base. My child is like screaming right now, but not crying. She's just like yelling.
Like a good screaming.
She's going ah! just constantly.
It's funny, they do all their emotions through different screens.
Yeah. Okay, so you see, here's the thing. You should say deer. Oh, that's front. That's really far up, right? And then you circle around. You see back gold. Okay, that sucks, but like that's not the most important thing for Byzantine. The most important thing is berries. So you come over here, you see the berry pack over here. And it's like, okay.
So it's really just because of the olive oil?
The olive oil is huge. That's like their main mechanic. And then you come up here and you see the Grand Winery on the front berries. And at this point, you have your picture. Here's his next berries are forward and way off to the side. His starting berries are forward, and his wood line is outside of TC range. He picked the wrong wood line.
Man, his food sucks. Yeah.
He should have been on this one, but he went to the far wood line.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe for the... Yeah, that's...
I mean, look at your food. What I noticed about this map is all the food's forward. I think the key thing about this map is that the food is forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's no back food, except for like far away. And they're kind of encouraging you to go on the fish, which puts you in danger. I think that was the goal. That's the goal of this map, is the interplay of making food the dangerous thing to go for.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm you, I'm like, oh, I just make knights, because I don't let him get these berries. And so if you just sat here and never got these berries, he never can get mercenaries, and he can never catch up.
Interesting. Yeah.
and as always, when you talk about don't chase the kill. The health of your knight is more important than the vill kills.
Gotcha.
So you run up here, pop, kill, run away. Good. Pop, pop, don't chase. I would have liked if you had just slipped, because look at the TC range. If you just sat here and just attacked the lumber camp, so he can't finish the barracks and he can't get on the lumber. And if you see him go on berries, you just go back and hit the berries again. And if you sit here, he gets nothing.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So we have to consider, we really have to consider what is his setup. And can we give, is it like, oh, he has some back deer, like, I'm going to raid, but like, it's better if I get a second TC up. But in this case, it's like, you could have just really went all in. That's not to say that second TC was a bad move. I'm just saying, like, the possibility here was just like, he gets no food outside of his sheep.
Yeah, like the guaranteed win route would have been 1 TC at this point.
And even if you don't, even if you don't, if you go to 2 TC, leave your knight here. Just leave him here and force him to make a barracks and send units that just way longer. He gets to go back, like, look at this. He gets to go back on the wood and the berries for free.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just left. And I get it. I think you were checking to see if he's on the fish.
Mm-hmm.
9-9, Margot. Have a good nap. Just make another scout out of the School of Cavalry. And have it check the other sides while you stay there. So that's one thing.
I didn't think of area denial. I just thought, okay, I'll keep the knight out. I want to keep him alive this time, so let him die like it usually happens.
Mm-hmm. But
and then all I was thinking about was vill kills. I didn't think about map control.
Ask yourself where are his resources, and if they're forward or far away, just be a presence. Because if you're making more units, you can kind of go all the way around. But if you're doing this 2 TC, what's the maximum effect that one knight can have? It's to just lord over the area. Secondly,
true. What's he gonna do? Just stab me with 10 villagers? I guess he can't.
He can't. But it's a waste of time. And then it's just vill all the time. Then he has to go over here and make another lumber camp and re-chop these trees, which takes time instead of having the ones he's already knocked down. It's like,
oh yeah, that would have been so killer. That's sick.
The other thing, so he gets this wallet for free because you ran away, and he's gonna get the wallet because you went 2 TC. So I mean, once again, you're forcing him to use wood. That's fine. The thing that really needed to happen is he had so much opportunity to just sneak vills out and gather.
Right. If he did, I never would have caught it.
Never would have caught it. And it would have been bad, like, honestly. Because if he can get enough Limited out, it would have been really hard for you to push in. And I think he could have got to castle. And at that point, that's where things can get kind of shaky. Because the Golden Horn really does a lot of damage.
What does that thing do?
Golden Horn gives him,
I didn't know what it did.
It gives him free mercenaries.
Okay.
It's just units. It's free. Anything that gives free units is like shit. It's like that. Yeah. That's hard to beat. So what I would want you to do, once the thought process, I need to know if he moves. So when you start making extra units, even if it's just an archer, send one to one side and use the patrol and do a large patrol route here. Have one over here, patrol route here. And your goal is just, can I catch him leaving?
Yeah.
So that I can rotate units if he tries. That's it.
Yeah, that's good value out of a single archer for sure. Yeah.
But I don't like how long you're on the barriers for, but eventually you got to the shoreline, which helped you a lot. I love that you took the deers on the side once you had map control. The next little point I do want to make is the way you took this fight once you started. Also, for a while you didn't have enough production. You eventually got the machine up and running, but like,
yeah, it was pretty clunky there.
You took a fight here that if he had more production was actually making units, because this is when he decided he wanted to go castle. He like stopped making as many units as he should have. You took kind of a bad fight here that I like this right here. Just keep him off wood. I also like that you're fixing your eco, so just send a horseman. Fuck it. Like we just need units at this point. And this is when you sit here, which is good. He gets the long. In the second you see the longbows with the limited A, I would have backed up.
Yeah,
And
I tried to take it. I thought
yeah,
I could win it.
yeah, you
Those
did
spearmen are tanky. Do they have extra health or something? What's their deal?
shield wall. Extra
Oh,
defensive stance,
jeez.
decreasing move speed and attack speed, but range damage taken by 30%. So it
Oh, that's
reduces how
sick.
fast they move and attack, but they can just eat arrow shots.
Is that a toggle or is
It's a
that a
toggle.
timer? Oh my god. Okay.
It's really busted. It used to be 50%. They
Damn.
were busting as hell. A lot of the pros want it to be an ability. They think the toggle is still really good, and it is. If you get a lot of them, it's really hard to bust. So like what they do is they get longbows, and they just sit here with longbows, and then if you try to rush in, the limited A come in, and they can just eat arrow shots. So yeah, he was using shield wall a lot, which is why I felt like it was taking longer to kill them. It's like at this point, nah. Like here's the thing you realize: I've killed Vils. I'm on 2 TC. He's not.
Hmm.
I need to take 1 minute just to mass, so I can just overwhelm him.
Hmm.
And if he hit, I was worried he was gonna hit castle, and you're gonna go like, oh shit, and back up. The thing I want to emphasize: if he hit castle, you go all in, because that means he has no resources, and you need to just shut him down and try to get more vill kills, and then you could go castle or just make rams and go. Like a lot of times,
That's
a lot of people see
yeah.
castle and go, oh, I need to go castle myself. If you're on the doorstep and you have units going, just attack.
This was one of the few times where I was thinking, okay, even if I thought he was gonna put that tower up somewhere else, like behind his TC or something. I figured he's gonna get the castle, but I just need to stay in feudal and just go now. Because I thought I did enough damage where I could finish it in feudal.
Mhm.
Even if he got to castle, because I honestly didn't know what was gonna come in castle if he had some other new units or something. So I'd figured just end it now. I'm not gonna learn.
If you play a Byzantine player in castle, the big thing is Vangarian Guard, which it's their men at arms to do extra damage, but they're weaker. If they mass
Okay.
them, it's pretty good. The bigger thing is that they just start getting a shit ton of mercenaries, and they try to set up their if they set up their farms, which gets them olive oil, it can get really tough. So it's like
Mm.
the longer the game goes, the better it is for them. They get their farms up, they get mercenaries, and they kind of start zerging is their play style after that point. So the key thing is take a second, and the blacksmith was late. A 10-minute blacksmith. We would have liked to see that
Yeah, super late.
right
Yeah.
after you drop the archery range, especially because arrow defense is huge for you diving TC. Your Royal Knight has 3 arrow damage. This does 8. And so the difference between taking 5 versus 4 damage is huge. So yeah. Overall though, like I'm nitpicking. You played very, very well. I'm thinking about as you play
Yeah,
better
if
players.
he was playing perfectly, sort of thing, yeah, it wouldn't have exactly worked.
He would have been on this.
Yeah.
He would have been on these berries. He probably would have been on the shorefish. He would have also had way more units. He would have been very careful with his mercenaries, and he would have had more of them because of the olive oil increase he would have gotten.